Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube? How's everybody making out today? It is just about 11 o'clock here, Wednesday morning, and I want to show you guys a couple of these fixed blades that I have here. It originated last week on RJ's Live. A couple people were showing these fixed blades, or similar to these. They were talking about these fixed blades. Thrifty Kniffy just recently got a case fixed blade, very nice case fixed blade, stacked leather handles, the whole ball and wax. And as a matter of fact, he said that, he's mentioned it to me numerous times, that he wanted to get a little bit more deeper. He wanted to dive a little bit deeper this year with case knives. And I think that's fantastic. I think that's really really good. But you know, he knows what to look out for. So anyway, but I got a few of these pieces that I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to show Thrifty a couple of these, or one actually, this case knife here, and give them a comparison on size differences and all that other stuff. But I'm not going to take up much time. I just wanted to basically show them what I have here. So let's go over this one first. This is a Skinner. This is not a case. This is a buck. This is my buck Skinner. And I've had this piece for years and years and years. And you guys, Tom from Knife Delights was showing this, I do believe, last week. He was showing this piece. And it's just a standard 102 buck, but it's a very fantastic knife. It's a very, very fantastic knife. You get a beautiful leather sheath with this, okay? And also, the blade that you get with this is, I mean, it's just really, really fantastic. I might note, or I might just recommend something. When you do get these knives, I've noticed that buck and case, when you get their knives, they do not come as sharp as I would like. So normally I put my own edge on as soon as I get a case knife. Definitely, they are just, if you ever felt a case knife out of the box, without exaggeration, touch the edge of that knife, that edge of that blade, and tell me it doesn't feel like they sharpened it on the edge of a curb. I do not know what they're using, but I've always said I wish I could be in their factory and I wish I could see what their sharpening methods are, because they are just they are horrific. And I'm sorry to say that, but they are terrible. Same with buck isn't quite as bad, but let's get to what I want to say here. I put my own edge on this. This was done a long time ago, but I put my own edge on these knives. You can see you have to do that, because you don't have to do it. They don't really come as sharp as I like them to. This is a Skinner blade. You want this to be as sharp as the dickens, as sharp as you could possibly get it, because you're going to be in there working and cutting. I've seen and I've used many blades, Skinner blades. My neighbor down the street from me, I still talk to him quite often. He's a big, big hunter, and he calls me down his house every time he gets a deer, every time he needs a hand with something. So I help him in his garage and stuff. I hang the deer up with him on the hooks, and he shows me how to cut around things and how to use this blade, because this is a very this is a very specific blade. This is what it is. It's a skinner. It's a skinning blade for small game. This is a bird and trout knife right here, guys. It's a bird and trout knife. It's meant for small birds, squirrels, just what it is. Small game. You can get right in there. You could do all your intricate cutting with this guy right here. That's why the blade is so small. Well, not small, but just, you could see, that's why the shape of the blade and everything is just meant for intricate work, because you do not want to hit anything that you're not supposed to. And I'll just give you an example. I've seen it done before. My friend down the street from me's done it before. He's wrecked deer before, and people get highly upset. If you're skinning a deer and you're going too fast and you get to that piss sack, okay, and you cut that piss sack or nick that piss sack, that deer is done, because you have to dispose of that deer, because that deer is now contaminated. The deer is contaminated. So you just grab the deer, drag them in the woods, and leave them for the hawks and everything else to eat it. All the other wildlife just to have at it. And you did all that work. You sat in that stand for hours in the freezing cold weather. You pulled that deer out of there. You loaded it up on your truck, and you get it home, and you hit that piss sack, and all your work just went up in smoke, my friends. Just went up in smoke. But this is a very fantastic knife. You do not have to use this knife for skinning. It is a skinner, yes, but you don't have to use it for skinning. I've used this knife. You know where this knife excels at, too? I have used this knife, and you can ask my wife, because my wife can contest to this. She uses this knife in the kitchen. This knife is absolutely fantastic in the kitchen, as far as when we get a chicken breast, or we buy the little hens, the little chicken hens, and she breaks the little chicken hens up, and we make, what is it called now? Chicken salad. Chicken salad. Never have you had chicken salad the way my wife makes chicken salad. Oh my goodness. But she breaks up all the meat with this knife right here. And I'm telling you, this thing is fantastic. It has to be sharp, though. I'll tell you that. You want it sharp. So that's that. That's my Buck 102. Is this the 102? Yes, it's the 102. But I wanted to show Thrifty this comparison. This is one of my favorite pieces of all time. You could get this in different blade variants, different style blade shapes. I went with this one. There's a couple of them, a couple different choices you could go with. You could go with more of an upswept type blade. There's a couple to choose from. I almost went with that one because it really looks, I mean, it looks sinister. But this is in buffalo horn. This is my case knife in buffalo horn. Now, this is a true hunting knife now. Now, this here, I'm going to give you a size comparison. You can see the difference in size, right? You can clearly see the difference in size. So, if you did want to get something a little bit more substantial, a little bit bigger than this is where you'd want to be. Probably you'd want to step up to this. This is a true, well, it's called a hunter. This is a true hunting knife. Now this is not a bird and trout knife. This is a true hunting knife now. But I wanted to show it to you. You can see how beautiful the blade is. Now, practice makes perfect. The blade is just so sharp on this. I've taken my time sharpening this. I did not want to mess the edge up on this one. So the edge on this one, come on, focus. Hold on, guys. The edge on this one came out pretty gosh darn good. Now you can see it. My dog's starting to bark downstairs. She wants to go out. I think she's got to go to the bathroom. But I just wanted to give you a quick look at this case knife. This is buffalo horn. I just want to show you. Now, if you get one of these, each handle will be different. They don't come the same. So each piece is unique. Like, you might get deeper grooves. You might not get a soft spot on the back here. It depends on how it comes. It depends on how it comes out. But boy, do I love, man, I can't get this thing focusing. Buffalo horn. I just wanted to give Thrifty a look at this. The back also is round. You get a round pommel. And that's for busting up nuts. You could bust nuts up or tent stakes. So that pommel is very, very useful in the field. It is meant to do work. And yes, it will bust up a nut quickly. And it will easily put a tent stake in the ground with no problem. What else can I tell you? You have this really nice guard on it. Very decorative, really nice guard. USA Case XX. What is the number on this one? Hold on, I can't read it. I can't read that number. I can't see it. I just can't see it. I'd have to get I'd have to get something to look at the number, but I could get that for you. The blade is just absolutely, I mean, it's a beautiful blade. It's just, there's not really much to say. The stock, the thickness of it, look at that blade stock, how beautiful that blade stock is. Not real thick, but, I mean, it's perfect size for me. Jimping is very, very well done. I want to show you the jimping. I don't want to, you got to see the jimping on this because your finger, if you're working with this outside in the woods, you're going to use this and your finger will be, you're going to want your finger to be locked in on this blade. You will. And it is very, very effective. Man, my dog's down there crying like a baby. But it's just really decorative over here. The bottom is really, you can see how beautifully it's done. And you can see this horn is just, I just really think it's beautiful. That's why I gravitated towards it. You know what I mean? And they have different ones too. You don't have to just stick with this one, but it's just a really beautiful piece. And it's just a fantastic knife to bring in the field with you. You can't miss with this one. It's a very nice piece. No matter what you do with it, collect it, cut food up with it, bring it in the woods, whatever you do with it, it's going to excel. It's going to excel. But I can recommend one thing in closing. Do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor and put your own edge on the knife, because I'm telling you now, if you get a case knife, feel it. You'll feel that edge feels real rough. Real rough. That's about it, guys. I'm not going to keep you. I'm going to let you get down the road. I got to let my dog out. But this is just another piece that I just wanted to show. Wanted to show you guys. And that's about it. I can't believe how beautiful that horn is. It's just beautiful material. Alright, guys. That's about it. You guys be good. Be well. Be safe. Drop me a comment if you can. If you can't, I understand that as well. And, yeah, I'll talk to you guys on the next one. All right, guys, stay well. Bye-bye now.